Yo, 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 it's your boy Alfie King, and welcome to the 106 Mile Podcast, everybody. 106 miles Chicago, gotta get there for dawn. Come on now, brother, you won't ride along. 106 miles, baby, hope you got some stories to tell. 106 miles. Come in, get comfortable. How you doing? Been a while. It's a fucking beautiful day today. Anybody watching the video can see in this car park. Jeez. I heard this thing just to start on something that Rogan was saying, like, yeah, man, I had to get a studio after I had so many listeners, man. You can't, like, do it in your car. And I was like, shit. Anyway, let's just start off. I have an apology to make for Mr. Lewis Goswell out there. I'm sorry. I promised some red fire last week, and there wasn't any red fire. This leads me to the first topic of today. What the fuck happened last week? So, as y'all know, I've been abstaining from the caffeine, and I think it kind of came to a bit of a pinnacle last Easter Monday, that I kind of did the long drive to Norwich and stuff and came back and blah, blah, blah. And I think it just hit me. I had some headache action going on. I was a bit whatever. And I just went on a massive rant for 30 minutes. And it was I was editing it being like, what the fuck? Like just changing subjects. So anyway, sorry about that. I still haven't had any caffeine, like I was saying. I feel great. And I have invented a new... Well, I haven't invented Jack, but this stuff, I call it lightning water. No, lightning juice. I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget it. In there, we got some lime, we got some lemon, and we got some Cornish sea salt, I believe, or some sea salt of some variety. I think that I've been massively malnourished in electrolytes because I kind of made this concoction. Originally, I just put salt in some water. And was like, oh, I feel great. Now, as some of y'all may know, I kind of been having some medical problems at the moment, nothing major, but it was just like, they say go and see the doctor. So I was just like, I'll go and see the doctor. And I had a bunch of tests done. Now, my family are like riddled with kidney stones. Like everybody has kidney stones. And I was in the hospital a few years ago and had a load of scans done because I had a hernia, trying to fucking do some shit in a festival. Anyway, and they said, just so you know, y'all gonna have hella fucking kidney stones in a couple of years. And I was like, great, awesome. And then it never really happened. But anyway, so I went for a scan and they told me I was going for a CT scan. So I was expecting the big donut fucking thing, right? And I went in there and they were like, oh, cool, just lie in the bed. And I was like, where's the fucking machine? And they were like, pull up your shirt, just gonna put some jelly on your belly. And I was like, hang on a fucking second, I'm not pregnant, what's going on? And anyway, it was a different kind of scan. And they checked my kidneys out and all the rest of it. And they were like, don't worry, you're blessed, ain't nothing there. You've managed to clear them. And I was like, oh, thank the fucking Lord. And they checked me for other stuff and it was all good. So I kind of, not that, y'all know that I'm a bit of a Roganite. I'll just put it out there. Little Rogan wannabe over here. Little baby Rogan. And I've tried the fucking carnivore diet. I tried the meat diet. I tried the paleo diet. I've tried it all. I've done the keto diet. And they're all great. And they all seem to work. And they work fine for me. But there was always this kind of like thing in the back of my mind where I was like, am I destroying my body and slowly killing myself? And it was kind of good to get the bill of health from the doc. Well, I haven't had it yet, but I mean, from that scan coming back negative, which is good. That I haven't destroyed my kidneys and my liver, which is wonderful. Because I was kind of worried about that. And like I say, kind of when I was talking about giving up coffee last week, it takes away the bullshit that you just fix with coffee, right? So Like, I was talking about accountability and blah, 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 and rise and grind and all that shit. The fucking rise and grind. There was some wins and some losses last week. Wins and losses. Now, I've been sleeping a lot, like 10 hours a night, 3-4 nights a week in a row. 10 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours. Ridiculous, right? Thank the Lord I was trying to do the rise and grind stuff and went to bed early because do you know what I mean? I just wake up and feel like I was going to die. So I went back to sleep. The thing with it is that has slowly started to turn around. Like last day, yesterday was the first day I didn't have a headache particularly at all throughout the day. And felt great, especially on the old fucking lightning juice over there. And then today, this is like, what time is it? 9:32? I mean, AM, no coffee. I'm pretty fucking cognizant, pretty chatty right now, old chatty Betty. And that was, when did I wake up? 6:30? And I went to bed late last night. I went to bed at like 10. I kind of fucking fucked around, but it's a Saturday. I thought, fucking whatever. I feel better. I feel more alert. I feel more on the level. But like I said, it takes away the bullshit. If you have a bad night's sleep, you're going to feel like shit if you don't look after yourself. But then this is kind of like then turned around to like I'm saying, sorry, the lightning water, the lightning juice is the old lemons, limes, salts. And the reason, if you're watching the video, you're like, why the fuck is it yellow, bro? I forgot to say, I have like a multivitamin in there, which is supposed to help for fatigue. So there's no stimulant in it. It's just zinc, vitamin C and B12 and some other stuff. So at the moment, I'm just eating a normal fucking diet, right? Because the gym's open tomorrow. Fucking yeah. Like I've said in the past, I do the Kino body stuff, right? I know anybody's watched it, he's a bit insufferable, I admit. But you kind of, it's endearing if you watch his Instagrams and you get to know the guy. But anyway, and it's one of those things that it worked for me. It fit my schedule. I got results. So I kind of, I've used it in the past. I've done different ones. So we're going in with, I think it's like the movie fucking body physique. It's definitely not that. And if you're watching the video, I've written it below. But, I got pretty big boy on it last time. So I thought I'd give it a go. I have no just kind of extra supplements or anything. Maybe a protein powder and that was it, you know, and it fucking worked for me. Now, like I said in the past, just did my calories. I did your body weight in pounds times 15, gives you your maintenance, take away the 400. We've got some fucking math action going on here. And that's your cut. Now, you can't cut forever. You have to have breaks. You know, you have to... you have to bulk and, you know, cycle it because you can't just fucking starve yourself forever. And again, I ain't going to give away too much secret sauce because I don't want to get my shit sued. So it's a great workout plan. It's reasonably sensible. Well, it's very sensible. It's sensible. Let's just say it's sensible. You're not doing loads of deadlifts or anything, but you are doing like bent over Romanian deadlifts and like things that are probably more safe for people that aren't super comfortable in the gym. But so there's kind of like your bases are covered because you get some fucking workouts which are just all curls, right? And it's like, I mean, depends on what you're doing. I'm no fucking bodybuilder, right? But for kind of health and well-being and all the rest of it, this seems to be a good meet between for a young guy who wants to make sure he's got a strong core and is shit safe. Do you know what I mean? Like, make sure my back's safe. I said young guy. Anyway, and all that, and you do good leg work and all the rest of it, but it kind of takes some of the danger out of it a little bit, I feel. Again, not fucking advice. You're listening to a blues podcast. What the fuck? Don't come here for your fitness advice. But anyway, and it's stuff like, you know, I hate running because I always fucking hurt myself. But it's got like do an hour of walking in the morning, and I shit you not, that makes a difference. If you do an hour of walking in the morning and work out 3 times a week, and you fucking count your calories, fucking A, you're gonna get some results. And I know because I fucking did. Okay, so talking about the rise and grind action. Now, we had Easter Monday, and then we had the Tuesday. Yeah, so Easter Monday was kind of filming, a little bit of editing. I think I got the ball rolling, and then Tuesday was like 4 a.m. Edit. That's really hard to say. Edit. And I think I probably did a little bit on Tuesday night, maybe. And I realised that I said I was going to get this song done. And you had the kind of procrastination fear thing. And I was like, no, we're going to do it. So got up early, finished the edit. Yeah, finished the edit on Wednesday morning, I think. And then drove to, maybe this is Tuesday. and then drove to work. And I was like, it's fine. I'm just going to record at the back of the warehouse. No one's going to see me, and I'll just whatever. Motherfucker, do you know how many people are that early in the morning sat behind the warehouse? Jesus. I mean, not from my company, but from these other ones. And I was like, oh, man, try not to look weird playing guitar and singing blues music at fucking 6 a.m. in a car. But fucking we did it. We fucking did it. And I was pretty proud of that result. But the video you saw was me at like Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday night. And it was fucking raining. There was that truck there behind me. If you watch the video, that I was like, someone in there that's sleeping. What's going on? Like, you're real self-conscious in this shit. And because it was a new song, it takes a while to get the words in your head. You only didn't exist yesterday. Do you know what I mean? And I was just really tired and quite grumpy. So it was a very brutish performance, I feel. But hey, we did it. We did it. Like I say, so this means that today we've got to get this fucking edited and done, because tomorrow we're going to try and introduce the gym back in again. So we're going to have to get up, do some work, and then get ready for the gym. Now, this is the bad thing. I think my gym used to be 24 hours, but I think it's only doing like 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., which, whatever, COVID, it's cool. But it's like so many unanswered questions. Are they going to let you use the showers? Because they didn't at one point. Are you going to be... is it 24 hours? Is it not? I mean, they don't update the website, so I have no fucking idea. And when I was looking on their website, I saw the ladies, like inside the ladies' change room stuff, because it was on the video. Man, their saunas and shit are fucking nice. Now, I don't know if it's a refurb that's happened and I get to enjoy this luxury spa activity when I go, because anybody who's been to my gym, it's pretty rough. I ain't going to say it because it ain't fair. But they're the only one with a sauna, and it's like... I don't know, man. I just kind of like it. It's kind of grimy and horrible, but I kind of like that. But anyway, so we got the bases done. We kind of raised the stakes a little bit, and then it came to the book. Oh, man, I'm so fucking happy with my discipline. Iron discipline. Call me fucking Alfie Willink. I did half an hour every night, and I'm fucking well happy with myself. Because there are times where I'll just be like, my eyes are too tired, but I did it. And went on some crazy twists and turns in the story. Kind of written myself into a corner a bit. But hey, like I say, every time I sit down, I kind of have some new ideas. So hopefully tonight maybe something, comes out. I think it's more, I'm trying to make the back end of the story work, where like, I'm kind of mixing in some alternate reality shit, where like there's going to be another parallel reality that moves at a different speed, and that's going to explain how you get geniuses who are able to accomplish so much in life. It's not because they were just born super smart, it's because they come from like a parallel dimension where time moves slower. Like they've just managed to work out how to slow down. So like you get Egypt and the Egyptians, and there's the whole kind of ancient aliens fucking thing that they think that they have a higher technology and blah blah blah. Well, this is going to be like a parallel world where they didn't get destroyed, and there wasn't the burning of the Library of Alexandria, although some people say that, like me and Andrea looked into this last week, because I was like, oh yeah, the burning of the Library of Alexandria, like there's loads of stuff that was lost, and it was all the secret knowledge. And then we read it, and it was like it might have just deceased over a long period of time slowly for lack of funding. But you don't know, man. That might just be the fucking message they're trying to tell us. But really it did. But anyway, and even that said it wasn't 100% sure. So who knows? But what I'm trying to say is that this was an alternate reality where that technology kind of kept going and kept progressing. So they had the ability to physically slow down time. So a day would be like everything moves slower. So apart from like people and stuff, but what I'm trying to say is the cellular level of things move slower. So a day is twice as long, or I don't know, 4 times as long. I haven't decided yet. So people had all this time, and they age a lot slower. So somebody like Einstein would pop up, but I mean, it's like those geniuses were so rare, right? But it'd be like Einstein to pop up and be like, yo, MC squared, or whatever it is. But it was because he was working on that in this other dimension for years and years and years and years and years. But they kind of slip into our dimension to be like, yo, bam, 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 because they can use the constraints of our dimension that moves at normal speed for like scientific experiments, or like, I don't know, to manipulate shit. I don't fucking... Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making this up as I go along. So I'm kind of trying to get that bit in my head, which is hard to do when you're trying to seat at the pantsit and just write, see the scene and all the rest of it, because you're like, well, no, how is this going to work? The mechanics. So I kind of just need to get that bit in my head, and then I can just carry on. Again, and like I said, set in Great Gatsby time, and it's all pretty fucking wild, right? But the music, I hear you ask. Well, I was kind of playing a 335. Oh man, that thing's fucking so sick. Now I've had more time to play it. It's so sick. Now, like, this is the thing I was saying to Lou and Pete. What amazes me is that this is the best guitar ever and blah, blah, blah. Like, what will it then... Because I don't think I'd ever want another guitar, right? And I was like, what then would it make... What then would I want that my fucking guitar-addicted brain would want that would be better? I've already got it. Already got it. I, like, really want... Now I've played the 335 and I'm like, oh, man, top shelf guitars are so fucking sick. I'm like... And the neck and, like... Oh, it's just such a nice guitar to play. What about, what is it called, man? The J45s, the acoustics. Oh, man, they look fucking sick. And I'm like, man, yeah, I want one of those. But I want it with, like, the good... They used to make one which was, like, the super vintage or something. And that was, like, made out of a certain kind of wood. Oh, no, Andrew, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. And I have a problem. And it sounds like they had a normal J45 compared to like a fucking this special super old fashioned one that they remade, and like the difference in the wood does make a difference with acoustic guitars, 100%. And I was like, man, I really want that. Now I ain't gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it for many years because we need to start the fucking red fire first. But still, it was one of those like fucking oh shit. And while we're on the subject of music, like I said, I'm playing the 335 and blah blah blah, and I kind of come up with this riff, man, that's pretty fucking sick. I'm pretty happy with it. So today's Sunday. We got, like I said, I'm going to edit and get this done, but I'm going to kind of tack the song on at the end. So I'm going to try and do it with the red fire. So we're going to be looking at, like, I'll probably try and jam some more about today. Maybe recorded it in my room or in the fucking shed, depending on the noise side of it. And have that tacked on the end again. So we have another demo. Like I said, they're just demos, man. I mean, ain't no piece of art, but hey, neither am I. The hair's coming along as well, you can see in the video. I kind of had a bob and looked like, I said, was it Mo from EastEnders? The only person I could think of that had a bob and looked really bad. But I'm kind of trying to look like this guy, the guy out of Limitless. If you're listening on the podcast, that guy has that kind of slightly long hair that looks cool. Or like even the Kino Body guy had the fucking long hair for a while. I wanted to just try it. I'd never had it before. But at the minute, I just kind of look pretty bad, is what I think. But anyway. So kind of wrapping up this segment is the progression. So I think that I'm going to try and do a progression chart. Now it's going to be a very little part of the podcast, and I'm just going to give you a little review, a little accountability, and to see how it goes. So there isn't one this week, but next week I'm going to have a little fucking chart of like music, like writing sessions, study sessions, because I'm kind of rereading the book. I did some studying yesterday on songwriting and stuff, and came through, like, I kind of had a breakthrough. Like, I was saying there's that tangible, like, it's there, and it was one of those little kernels for that. And it was that if you want a song to connect, and again, this is in the Andrew Stollett book, so read this book. If you want your song to work, it has to cause a connection. Actually, let's do this right. Bear me 2 seconds. Yeah, so I've got on my little iPad here. Now, again, this is just like a everybody's songwriting experience is different. And I watched the thing with Dave Grohl yesterday where he was playing Everlong, and he was like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing, bro. I just kind of was fucking around with these chords and had these chords. And I'm not a guitarist, I'm a drummer. And he wrote a sick song. So it doesn't have to be this way, but I'm kind of into this shit. So whatever, you're on along for the ride. So anyway, what Andrew Stollett was saying is that a good song makes people care. That's the difference between I know it sounds really dumb, but trust me, if you hear some people's early stuff, now, especially mine, now, in order to make people care, the song's got to make an emotional connection. It has to connect with you emotionally, right? It has to make you feel something. Now, the way to do that is it has to cause an experience, like in your mind when you listen to the song. So it's not so much about the plot, it's about how you tell the story, i.e. the kind of language you use, the good verbs, the good adjectives, the whatever, right? Now, again, I ain't going to go super into it because that might end up being another podcast or like a YouTube series or something. And again, read the Andrew Stollett book because it goes much more into depth. So what the way that this is done, or the way that... So what I was trying to do is look at pop songs. I mean, that thing about making a connection, and it isn't necessarily about the plot or whatever, it's about the way it connects or makes you feel. It's about how you say it, is something I've heard Jay-Z say, is something that Dave Grohl even said in that video before that I was talking about. He was like, the way you make a song, it's just got to just write what you fucking feel in that moment. And there's another book by a lady who I can't remember that's out of print. If you're watching the video, I'll put it on now because I took the picture of the thing. And in that book it was saying that if you write a song, it's got to be a song worth writing. And now I'm talking about when you're choosing one to release. You can just write whatever, fucking scrambled eggs, Beatles style, to just get song ideas going. But when you release a song, the songs that connect with people, they make them feel emotions because they're songs that are worth writing about. And in the book with the lady Sheila, something that I was on about, the one that's out of print, it was saying, if you write a song about a guy singing about, or a girl, whatever, singing about their fascination or love of a girl with freckles, saying your freckles are so beautiful, blah, 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 and just doing all the descriptive language saying how great they are and how pretty you are and all the rest of it. It's good. And I'm talking about trying to write hits, right? And it's like, but it's not a song worth writing about. And what she was saying is that that's great for the story, for the verse, how to describe how beautiful a woman is. If the main idea of the song is, I love you and I can't get you out of my head since the first time we met. And you can distill that even more to like new love. This song's a new love song. And then from that new love, because I mean, all the songs are like variations, right? On a theme, nothing new under the sun, but it has your own unique angle. So it could be like, oh, it's a new love song, but it's about the first time I ever saw you, stood there at the bus stop or whatever. Like that song that I was writing last week was about a kind of new love thing, or like the first time you see a girl just out there on the street and you're like, oh my God, like when you see some women that are so beautiful, obviously Andrea, that you're like, it like stuns you how pretty they are, just naturally pretty. And it's kind of that like, fuck, that kind of big emotion to facilitate the chorus, which is the kind of like what we're all here for. You know, I always say because, and then the chorus, you know, da 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 da, because, chorus. That chorus line summarizes what the whole intention of the song is, that big emotion. So then you have variations on it. So, like I was saying, the new love thing, seeing a girl who's really attractive, and that one was about seeing her on the street, but not being able to find her, and everyone saying like, nah, you probably just fucking saw something, and you know, and then at the end she finds you, or whatever, you know, because you're beautiful too. Yeah, everyone's good in my fucking story, baby. Now, again, I was kind of, but you can have another new love song, which could be like, oh, but written from somebody else's perspective, that could be like, you know, I saw you on Instagram, blah, 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 like a social media, like, I just saw you come up and you were so beautiful, and then I realised you're, like, in the same town as me, and blah, 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 and that kind of... but again, the chorus can be about the same kind of thing, but the song's totally different and about it's a different person's... We all have the same love, death, whatever, the same emotions, but they're all our own interpretations and experiences. So, anyway, that's that. And what I started to do was kind of analyse songs that were in the charts, just to see what, like, does this pull true? Is this true across, you know, pop songs or whatever? So looking at the top 10, we got the Lil Nas X song, which is that "Call Me What You Want, Call Me What You Need." Now that's some salacious action right there. But the way I kind of distilled it is, when you listen to the chorus, it's in this instance someone who's just is super excited about new love, you know, it's a new love song, similar to what I was saying. It's kind of a little bit further on than the one that I was saying before, because that was like when you first see somebody and that kind of wanted to meet them. But his song was more like he's met someone and it's kind of this like, oh fuck, I've just started dating somebody who's super hot and super cool and I really admire them. Do you know what I mean? Now, like I was saying, that's something to sing about. And then the next song was like the Justin Bieber song, I Get Peaches Out in Georgia or whatever. And it's a song that's basically like, I'm the shit. That's what I called it. And I'm the shit, the song, you know, I'm the shit. And it's like, there's loads of blues songs about it. There's loads of whatever other songs about it. There's another element to it, which is, I'm the shit. And I really love you, the woman who like is in this song with him, his girlfriend. And there's no one better than you. So I'm the shit because I buy my peaches out in Georgia. I get my weed from California. I take my chick up north. And I get my shit straight from the source or whatever it is, right? So he's basically saying, I'm the shit, which Justin Bieber is, let's be fair. And he really loves this, and he really loves this girl. And it's that kind of like, that's a big emotion. You're with a fucking baller and he loves you and, you know, more than anybody else. Like, that's a big emotion. Which is written really, really well. Now, again, I'll do one more kind of sadder one and then whatever, we'll leave this. But you get songs that are like, man, what's it called? Let's Get Down to Business by Tiesa. Oh man, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm sure you know it's fucking number 3 in the charts or 4 or whatever. And that's like the let's get down to business. Which again, I put that down as like, it's a breakup song. You know, it's the last time you're going to sleep together because the guy singing the song's leaving you. You know, and that's a big emotion, man. That's a big emotion. Now, what you can do as a songwriter is you take those ideas, those big ideas, and you can flip them, invert them, write your own experience. You know, you could write a song about, let's get down to business, like that kind of song, like a breakup song, like this is the last time we're going to sleep together because I'm leaving you. And it could be like, this is our last night together because you love someone else, or I know you love someone else. Or it could be, this is our last night together because I've got to go. I've got to follow my dream. You don't want to follow my dream. You won't let me follow my dream, and I've got to follow my dreams. This is the last time we're doing this. Or it could be, but the thing is that can then spur another thing in your brain where you're like, so you just broke up with the girl. So this is something that happened in my life. So broke up with the girl, blah, blah, blah. You go back to the place to get your last of your stuff, and they kind of look at you and they're like, what's up? Now in my experience, I was a fucking moron and I was like, nah, I'm going to leave this because I don't want to get entangled more with it. So there we go. So as far as people that want to keep like writer's integrity or whatever, you know, get different if you just want to write songs, you can use this all day long and just pop, come up with song ideas. So I get the writer's integrity thing, right? Totally respect that. But say you're running, like you're a runner, right? You're a sprinter and you sprint on a track. Now, which is going to be the better performing sprinter? One that only ever runs when it's race time, like you just broke up with someone and you got that, whatever, or is it going to be somebody who goes to the gym and fucking does leg training and does this and does that and has a coach and, you know, does all this other? That's what this is, man. So you just go like, right, what are the you just write, you could don't even need to know the original song. You could just make a little log, which is like, last night sleeping together because I'm leaving you. You have all these different things. And then if you're writing on your own, you have a writing session, and then you can just pull stuff out and just write. Do you know what I mean? And practice, train, and then become a better songwriter. So when it hits you, that kind of like, oh, my girlfriend just fucking broke up with me, or like, oh, I don't know, it could be anything. You're trained. You've got that training. So that's how I see this stuff, right? And it kind of helps you evaluate when you're listening to your song, like, oh, is this a song? Is this worth being a song? Like when you're practicing stuff, or it can try and, oh, my song's going all over the place. I need to focus it more and try and whatever. Anyway, man, that's just my opinion of it. Please don't chastise me because I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I'm in a car right now. So moving along from that, there's a guy. What I'm going to try and do is have like a featured person each week, just because I think it's cool, right? People I find out on the socials. Oh, one other quick thing. One quick thing, one side story talking about the dopamine and stuff from last week. I was watching a video by, oh man, I'm really sorry. If you watch the video, Alex, I can't remember his surname, but I put it on the screen. He was talking about dopamine, blah blah blah, and it kind of makes a good point that if you have like the human brain, you have like the thought brain, whatever, your frontal lobe, and then you have the animal brain. And he was saying that you don't just dump, and again, watch the video because it goes into much more detail and explains it much better than I do. You've only got so much of your frontal cortex, your willpower, and then you have the animal brain. And your animal brain is what makes you be able to play video games for fucking 12 hours a day without worrying about it, or watch YouTube videos, or binge Netflix. Like, you never have any trouble doing fun things or eating cake. But what you have trouble doing is the stuff you should do, and eventually will give you a fucking boost of dopamine, that happy drug. And he's talking about the way to stagger how much dopamine you get to make you want to do the harder things. Anyway, watch the video, goes into much more detail, explains it better than I do. But what I'm trying to get to is that when I said last week we're going to delete the Instagram, delete the Facebook, delete Instagram, delete TikTok, what ended up happening is I downloaded it to fucking put things on and to upload stuff, and it was just a pain to whatever. So, but if you have an iPhone, you can do the like delete but remove from my screen. So it's still there, and that step for me of having to pull down the thing and type in, do you know what I mean? Like, type it in. I know when I'm typing that in, like, you're just wasting your fucking life. If you're doing it to just browse, right? Whereas I can upload stuff super quick. If people want to send me a thing, then I can quickly jump in and see it or whatever, So that's super cool. Now, one thing I want to do, which I think would be pretty cool, is to have a featured person that I do find on the socials, because I'll have a little 5 minutes, here and, whatever, the end of the day or whatever on the Instagram, when I've got my jobs done. And the first guy called Kurt Fletcher Music. I'll put it in the show notes, and I'll put it up on the screen. This guy, if you want that kind of traditional blues stuff, like the Muddy Waters Chess, Howlin' Wolf, this guy's the fucking sickest guitar player, and I wished I could play like this guy, man. He's so good. And he's the first guitar player that kind of plays the blues that I really like. Like, I love Hendrix, love SRV, love B.B. King, love all that, but it was a different kind of guitar playing that kind of emerged after the chess stuff, where a good portion of stuff I've heard him play is like, oh, that's the shit off those old records that I really like. And I think he calls himself a traditional blues player or something like along those lines. And it totally shines through. So definitely check that guy out. The double, I'm going to do this when I'm recording with the Red Fire for the outro, the intro, and hopefully the new song. The new song may end up being like me recording it on my laptop just to get some drums and bass and stuff. And there'll be a still or something, I don't know, whatever. So yeah, man, I mean, I think that's it. I think we covered what we need to cover. Thank you if you stayed to the end and you persevered through all my through all the other stuff. Yeah, apart from that, man, everything's pretty blessed. I feel great, feel alert. Still investing in my Bitcoins. That's pretty cool. Made about $5 on my stocks if you're on the free trade, remember from a few weeks ago. There's some wild shit going on with interest rates, not financial advice. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that looks pretty scary. So maybe Google, YouTube that. But anyway, I think interest rates are going up, but hopefully that's okay for people that have crypto. I think it is. Pretty sure it is. Anyway, by the by, I've been your boy Alfie King. Thank 'em for tuning in to the 106 Mile podcast. I hope you have a lovely week, and that's me, baby. So I'm gonna split to me playing some fucking hot shit. I got to drop one thing in. It just hit me. In case you're wondering, where's my classic fluffy jacket, sports baker jacket, sports jacket, whatever the fuck it's called, sheepskin. It's not real sheepskin. Lana, lovely Lana, who is my cat, named after Lana Del Rey because I really like her music. And that's a Roganism because he's called his dog Johnny Cash and Frank Sinatra because he loved those two. Oh, also Cash, what up? Born the same day as Johnny Cash. Watching the video, I'm wearing a Cash t-shirt today. She was asleep on my coat before I left, so I had to let her, I'm totally signalling right now how virtuous I am because I'm that much of a nice guy. But again, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I wouldn't want to wake her up. So I love her to pieces. And you're probably going to see some more about it. She's my little cat. Kitten? Nah, not a kitten anymore. She's a cat. She's nearly a year. But yeah, old Lana Banana. Anyway, see y'all. Yo, it's your boy Alfie King. The sound of my voice. We're kicking this old school. I'm on the iPhone right here, right now. And yeah, this is a very rough demo. Sorry there's no video. I realised I can't do the video on my phone and read the lyrics. Because I just fucking wrote this song. So yeah, bear with me. This is called The End of Line. And this is a little something. Because we're getting results, baby. Well, it's a long way back from Tennessee. I don't love you and you don't love me. And to be honest, I never really cared for your mother much either. Well, my pin-up queen, you made me rattle and roll. We had a little house with a wooden door. Remember we always said one day you're gonna make it our home. Well, your daddy said I'd never make it. And your mama said I was a waste of time. But you would never let me practice my guitar picking, girl. We both know it's time. We reached the end of the line. But now we're hauling ass down to 55. I wonder will the shouting match go all night? Cause I really just want to listen to Johnny Cash play on my little old radio. But no, it paint a picture of all the things I done wrong. Just as he sings the best part of the song. And I say, fuck it, I'm gonna light myself a cigarette. Well, your daddy said I'd never make it. And your mama said I was a waste of time. Well, you never let me practice my guitar picking, girl. Well, you know it's time. We reached the end of the line. Well, you know it's time. We reached the end of the line. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I've been here for like a while trying to remember all the words. So that's it. That's if you want to know what a new song sounds like when it's just coming out of the oven. That's jam right there. So we did it. I'm sorry. It's like 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock or something, and I still need to get this podcast up. But that's it. I'm Alfie King. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll try and get this together a little quicker next week. All right. Thank you very much. Peace out. 106 miles Chicago, gotta get there for dawn. Come on now, brother, you won't ride along. 106 miles, baby, hope you got some stories to tell. 106 miles.